Good evening, everybody. This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. Actually, it's November 9, 2023, 2:49 a.m. Yes, of course, the criminals put me to sleep with radio frequencies, and I'm up at this ungodly hour. However, I received an email, and multiple emails, actually. A lot of people are talking about this class action lawsuit. This is very different than the one that Targeted Justice has filed against the ABC orgs. This one is about video voyeurism, attacking your appliance through the electrical system. Your electricity, they're using your electricity and increasing your electric bills by attacking you in your home with your electricity. So I posted a short video on the class action, and you can go to the website yourself, download the affidavit. She provides some examples there, but I'm on her mailing list. So through her mailing list, I was able to download some additional documents that she provided to the mailing list. I'm going to read the 4-page document she sent about the electricity. So here we go, folks. Now this is Amy Holem, Amy's Audio's Subliminal Acoustic Fingerprinting LLC. And for the record, I already hired her, and I already have my report on the 8-point kill grid on my property. She was able to analyze one of my videos and tell me the name of the person who was in the video, who just happens to be the same name as my neighbor's son. Yeah, isn't that wonderful? And what happens is when you're recording audio in your home, if you're a targeted person, maybe even if you're not, there's a lot of chatter going on in the background. And what Amy does is she analyzes the chatter in the background. So here we go. It goes, many of my clients and customers that I work with are victims of different experiences and circumstances of victimization. This victimization includes crimes of being stalked, hacked, video voyeurism, and more severely, I'm just going to say kiddo, human, sex trafficking. One of the most common questions I get is how criminals, hackers, perpetrators, perps, are able to attack their appliances and smart devices through the electrical system. I'm going to answer that question for all of you today. This is information that I received from my SAF, Subliminal Acoustic Fingerprinting Process. There is a script. It's an AI, artificial intelligence program that is being transmitted through the use of the electricity and the electrical power grid. This script is being supplied to multiple victims through the use of transmissions and subliminal communications. That's why I get knocked out, right? Subliminal communications. And they're speaking of subliminal communications. My little light here just fell. Power within the electrical grid is used 3 different ways: generation, transmission, and distribution, which manages grids to manage power and deliver electricity into everyone's homes. The scripting is attached to the transmission aspect of the electrical system because it is transmitted either through a wired or wireless connection to get to the location for use. This is where the transformer comes into light, because the transformer moves the electricity to one location to another. A transformer also uses electromagnetic induction and transfers that power into an AC, alternate current, and can be used as a DC, directional current. This allows the transformer to increase and decrease with voltage, which starts at the power plant, then passes through the transformer and its location. Oops, I just skipped too much up. 1 second, folks. The transmission lines and transformers come into a substation, which has access to circuit breakers, switches, capacitors, grid operators, and works through an interface system. A national grid system is formed by interconnecting network system, which has two different uses from HVAC, high voltage alternate current, and HVDC, high voltage direct current, which has to have frequency controls. The frequency controls can be visually seen and can give a display of the frequencies from the use of histograms, spectrograms, and analyzer tools and software. Frequencies are used to control and is key with different uses of processes, operating systems, city and countries' power grids. The U.S. uses the frequency set of 60 hertz, 60 vibrations per second, and generators and users can pass power efficiently and safely with no effect to any devices using the power. In this document, she provides a URL. The UK uses the frequency control of 50 hertz with the vibrations of 50 per second. Both the US and UK can move the frequencies in a backward and forward motion, causing oscillation, which is known as electrical frequency. There are many different types of oscillation tactics, including neural oscillation into neural network systems. Neural oscillation is synchronized rhythmic pattern of electrical activity produced by neurons in the brain, spinal cord, and autonomic nervous system, meaning that the criminals can access the neural networks by collecting the frequencies and attacking the human body through the brain with the electrical grid. The neural oscillators use the synchronization process of a phase. It's a phase range which correlates back to the transformers being used by the electrical grid by national standards. For example, a three-way phaser transformer is a machine that passes electricity between energy circuits, either increasing or decreasing the voltage and alternating frequencies. Again, she provides another URL to click on. And she has a diagram I'll show you here. This is the power supply to the weapon systems that are being used for attacks. Neural oscillators also have a second phase called the receiving phase, which connects to upstream inputs and ties into neural networking along with visual feeds, live streams. Connecting to the electrical grid system can cause a lot of issues like frequency tripping, increase in the fault level, which ties in AC units within people's homes. Let me show you the diagram, folks. Look at how detailed that is. You can see all of those transmission systems, sort of like the 5G towers, all the towers that are around, wherever you see a tower. Let me scroll down a little bit here so you can see this better. This is the electrical grid. So HVDC tie-in AC units between two interconnected systems of a non-synchronous, asynchronous, with frequencies that are either in the same, that are either the same or different. The smart grids have the same productivity as the electrical grid systems, which with the HVDC can control the power flow. as you know how they are accessing the power grid, these tie into the power supply of all people's appliances. Appliances since 2000 have all changed into smart technology and have additional proximity and IR sensors built within the operating systems and circuit boards of the appliances, along with being connected to the power grid. These appliances include refrigerators, microwaves, dishwashers, ceiling fans, thermostats, smart meters, dimmer light switches, light bulbs, television sets, and many more applications. This is all caused by the Energy Efficiency Act that was passed by the Obama and Biden presidency era. With contracts with the Department of Defense for all appliances in the U.S. Why would the Department of Defense have to have contracts for appliances like your dishwasher? The power supply to all the appliances have access to the IR and proximity sensors with different plugins and modules. The criminals can use remote access into those appliances and use different features that the IR sensor and proximity fuses are used. Telling distance of the target, thermal readings, body sensors, and other. There are over 10,000 different plugins and modules that can be used. This is a form of video voyeurism, stalking, harassment technique. With the use of the scripts, the programs, the AI being used within the transmissions, the frequencies, subliminal communication, subcarrier waves, behind the power supply is transmitted into the appliances. And again, she provides another external link. That's the end of that document, folks. So I'll show you here. So you've got https circuitglobe.com, electrical grid HTML, justenergy.com blog, power grid, what it is and how does it work. And let me scroll up and show you some of the other links. Amazing, huh, folks? It's good that we know how we're being watched in our houses. Here is the link to the autonomic nervous system. https, here you go, Britannica.com /science/brainwave physiology. So how about that, folks? That explains how they can access your refrigerator, your computer, your laptop, your lights. How about my tankless water heater? Yeah, they blew it up. Pretty much blew it up. They shorted out the coils in my 4-year-old tankless water heater. Yes, folks. And I've got a lamp that I've been fixed twice that they've shorted out. Well, you all know. I know half of you guys have lost telephones. One person mentioned today on the phone that he has a bag of phones that they short-circuited. A bag of telephones. But anyway, I'm going to sign off for now. I hope you found this to be interesting. Video voyeurism. They attack your appliances through the electrical system, your electricity, and as a result of them using your electricity to target you, they're increasing your electric bills. Which makes sense because my electric bills are ridiculously high. And I'm going to make a note of that and contact the electric company. This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading, exposing one criminal at a time.